Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Horace Filbourn Presents It's Friday with Rachel Play, Amy Freer, and Michael Wyatt. And tonight's special guest, Christopher Thomas. Now come welcome Rachel, Amy, and Michael.
What's it like having sex with a... What? It's time to go.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Horace Filbourn Presents It's Friday.
Hi, I'm Rachel Happy Pickles Play.
Hi, I'm Amy Sensual Risotto Cake Spear.
And I'm Michael, Nervously Excited Salad Wyatt. And we're so excited for you to all join us the premiere episode of Horace Filbourn Presents It's Friday.
We also want to know what your quarantine name is. So comment below with how you're feeling right now and the last thing that you ate out of your fridge or cupboard.
Don't think about it too much, just comment in the section below. What has been new with you ladies during this weird time? Happy Pickles?
Well, I am picking up lots of dog poop from our girl, spending time out at the farm, and learning about Zoom and all its fun features like the mute button.
That comes in handy.
Sure does.
What about you,
Yeah,
Sensual Risotto Cakes?
I am having an all right time over here on Hazel Ave. I'm teaching my acting classes on the internet. So that's interesting, and we've been cooking a lot. Somehow I ended up buying some, in some sort of days or something. I bought some pre-cooked shrimp from Target and put it in the freezer like 2 weeks ago, and I put in some orzo last night. That felt fancy. And I've been, reading some books, going for walks in the neighborhood, enjoying the spring, talking to you fine people on the internet. It's been pretty all right over here on Hazel Ave.
Yeah, I'd say for me it's been pretty okay too. I'm getting used to teaching online. The kids keep everything pretty busy, pretty crazy moving along.
You must have been doing a lot of work on your greenhouse, Michael.
Oh yes, you see it behind me?
Mm-hmm.
It's gorgeous. I feel like that I've had a lot of time to tend to it. So
Yeah.
With plants, the more love you give to the plants, the more love the plants give back to you.
These came from my orchard.
They're gorgeous.
Right from the tree?
Yeah, they
Wow.
came from the orange tree. Lots of people know oranges come from orange tree, but they don't know that orange flowers do as well.
You look
It's
so
not like-
nice.
Yeah,
So
I have a new orchard that I've been working on.
Speaking of things we've been working on, Horace actually sent me an interesting new preview of his newest novel.
Our producer, Horace.
Our producer, the famous, the infamous, the genius, the head of his time wonder that is Horace Filbourn. He has been hard at work on a whole series, a set of novels. And he sent me the first copy. It was slipped under my door late last night. I spent all night reading it, and I have a little review to share with us. So the graphic should be up on your screen right now. The book is called The Tainted Whisperer. It's riveting. Here's a quick synopsis of the book. The Tainted Whisperer. Stephanie Cox is just your average expat debutante who, unbeknownst to her, ends up in the middle of a love triangle with a side of murder. After waking from a medically induced coma, Stephanie finds a parcel of damning evidence and a pair of bronze-dipped baby shoes. Now, armed with only her wits and a strange animal bite on her pinky finger, our heroine must answer the question, to what extent? The Tainted Whisperer is the titillating tale of what happens when beauty, mystery, romance, and espionage aren't the only things keeping two sets of star-crossed lovers apart. Set in a postmodern Thailand, The Tainted Whisperer takes readers on a sexy and horrific journey that will keep you asking, why? some early previews. The New York Times called it a book with many words. The Chicago Trumpet says, wow, just wow. And the San Fernando Free Paper says they were so scared they couldn't even get through the first chapter. So I think that speaks for itself.
Wow. In a time like this, we really need books to be our friends and be there for us.
Yeah, and with the way that Horace writes, it's so vivid and real. It's like, I never knew I longed to belong in postmodern Thailand, and now it's all I can think about. So he really gets in your head. It's an excellent read.
Oh! Speaking of Horace, he's telling me it's time to move on with the basic news of the day. Let's start with the celebrity gossip, Michael.
Celebrity gossip? What? Have you seen on the streets? Have you heard on the news? Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston are back together. It is, yeah, I know. I can't believe it. I'm like, what year is it? 2020 or 1995? It's been.
How do you know?
What'd you say?
How do you know they're back together?
Well, I heard. I heard first, and then I did see their ghosts canoodling down by the river. And if their ghosts are back together, it means that they're probably back together. Craziness. I also heard that in the news, Miley Cyrus and Taylor Swift are going to do performance art in a public space, but no one can attend it because of the quarantine. So look for that, but don't attend it. And the last bit of news I found out is that Garth Brooks has pledged to fly in a hot air balloon for the next 80 days to raise money for COVID-19 relief. And that's the
Time
gossip.
for the weather report. The sun's shining. It's blue sky, flowers on the tree, and warm enough for short sleeves and capri pants. Over to you, sports.
All right. This Friday in the world of sports. Oh, really? Sports canceled.
And that's the news of the day. All right, everyone. I just think before we keep going, can we just talk about our must-haves of the week?
That sounds delightful. Happy pickles?
Must-haves of the week. Well, new thing that came to me this week are pickled onions. I started making pickled onions. I've been adding them to my tuna. I've been adding them to my pasta. I've been adding them to my tacos. And they just give you that little bit of brightness that you need during these quarantine days.
Cakes?
The sensual risotto cakes. I would say my must-have of the week would, probably be Zoom. I've been having some fun times on Zoom, like with you all right now, and I get to see my students, and I get to, I've seen, my friend Jeff, he's been reading his diary out loud for people at 10 a.m. every morning. I would say I would call Zoom my must-have of the week.
And I would say I have two must-haves this week, and that would be a pile of lumber and a nice amount and a good kind of soil. And I feel like if you have a nice pile of lumber and some basic power tools and some soil, you can get pretty much anything done.
With that, I think it's time to move on to see if our guest is ready. But first,
a word from our sponsor.
This show is presented by Miss Penelope's Old Fashioned Enemas. When you want to get really clean, choose Miss Penelope's Old Fashioned. Like they say, empty inside is our guarantee. And also from Stone Mountain brand cow tongues, locally sourced and organically harvested. Stone Mountain brand cow tongues, they're a lickin' good time.
with blondish brown hairs that tailed down to its... What's that? What? We're back! Thank you, Horace.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome you back to Horace Filbourn Presents It's Friday. We have a very special guest joining us on our premiere episode, Christopher Thomas. Can I have a round of applause from the studio audience?
Hello. To be here. Thank you very much.
Well, it's so great having you. Do you want to tell us what's going on, what you're up to?
Well, I've been trying to pretend like it's regular out there, even though it's not. So I've been trying to take care of myself and shave and like dress like I'm going to work, even though I'm not going to work. And it's a beautiful spring day outside. The pear tree in front of my house has got white blossoms on it, which is very pretty. And so, life seems kind of good today.
Have any daily rituals that have been helping you get through this?
Well, every day I drink a lot of coffee, but I did that anyway. That's kind of an older ritual, I guess, if I'm being honest. I've gone on a bike ride every single day. And often kind of like longer rides too, like maybe 2 hours long. I like bike out into the country until I get tired and then I bike home. So that's been nice. I've been enjoying that. And that's kind of like gives something for me to look forward to, like sort of a highlight of the day is going out on the bike ride.
I think it's very important these times to physical activity. It's very important.
I definitely have not been going to the gym, which I miss.
But I'm glad you're not.
No. Well, I couldn't if I wanted to. It's closed anyway.
Yeah.
Would you like to know where I am?
Sure, yeah. We'd love to.
Well, I'm in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, which for those of you who don't know, I'm sure you all do know, it is a small city in Pennsylvania. And I live in an apartment by myself with my 2 pet rats. And that's kind of it. That's where I'm at right now.
Can you tell us a little bit more about those beautiful pet rats?
Yeah. So they were lab rats. So technically they were like rescued. I didn't rescue them myself, but they were like lab rats who were then retired because once a lab rat gets old enough, they're not really good anymore, I guess. I don't know. They're perfectly good to me, but they're not good for experiments anymore, I guess. So I adopted them last year.
Oh.
They're both girl rats.
Do they seem traumatized at all?
I don't think so, no. But they're rats. They don't really say much, so it's kind of hard to tell what they're thinking all the time. But I named them Patty and Selma because they're both female rats, and they're going to stay single rats for the rest of their lives, kind of like Patty and Selma.
Very
That's
nice.
what you think.
Christopher, would you like to tell us what you've been cooking? What's up in the kitchen? Maybe a favorite recipe that's gotten you through these times?
Yeah. So here's what you do. Get ready. Get a pen and paper.
What's it called?
It doesn't really have a name, is the thing. We can name it though. There's 4 of us. I'm sure one of us can think of a name for this. It couldn't be any more basic. It's like a child could make it, and it costs like nothing to make, but it's good. It would, it'll sustain you. So first you take 2 cans of black beans and, drain them and rinse them off and put them in a bowl. And then take 1 15-ounce can, like a regular size can of tomatoes, and drain kind of the water out of it. And put the tomatoes into the bowl as well. And then what you want to do is get 1 tablespoon of ground cumin and a teaspoon of chili powder, like just regular red chili powder. And if you want, you can also add like a teaspoon of paprika, like spices, Mexican kind of spices. And then you're also going to add a teaspoon of salt, maybe some pepper if you want. And then the trick is that you want to get one of those little cans, of chipotle peppers. You know what I'm talking about? They come at the store. They're like in that like spicy sauce, right? And you take 2 of those out of the jar and you mince them up like with a knife, right? So it's like a fine paste. And you put that into the bowl as well. So far, so good?
Yeah.
Okay, and you get a potato masher or just a big spoon, and you kind of like mash that together. It doesn't need to be the same consistency. You just want to like kind of mash it up a little bit. And then you stir it all together. So you're going to have this kind of like dark brown, purplish mush, right? What am I forgetting? Put in another tablespoon of oil and then mix it up. Then take a baking dish. Imagine like a 9-inch by 9-inch baking dish. You might picture that. Then put some oil around the inside of it so nothing sticks to it. And like scoop your bean mush into the casserole dish, right? And then bake it at 350 for 10 minutes. And it'll get kind of bubbly, right? And you get your spoon and you kind of like push out little divots, 4 little cups in your beans, and you crack eggs into them. And then you put that back in the oven and you bake it for 8 minutes. And when it comes out, if you shake it, the eggs should be a little bit jiggly, but not watery. They should look white, like they're cooked, but they're still a little bit soft. And then let it cool for a few minutes, and then you just kind of like scoop that out. Like you have like 4 portions now of like baked kind of like Mexican beans and an egg. And then you eat that with tortillas and maybe cheese, if you like cheese, or sour cream, cilantro, green onion, whatever kind of like Mexican accoutrement you like, you know? And that's like, takes like a half an hour to make, and anyone can do it. And you probably have all the ingredients you need right now.
I love that. That was cool because I had no idea what it was gonna be.
I thought we were going towards black bean burgers.
Yeah, I thought for a minute, but that was cool. I like this. It's like you don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, we should have more recipes like this where you don't know where it's going to end up when you start.
And there'll be a link to a list of ingredients you need and directions in the Instagram.
Yeah, I'll send you the webpage where I got it from.
That sounds excellent. We can call it Christopher's Mexican Egg Surprise.
Definitely a surprise, yes.
So something with surprise. We'll come up with a classy name for a classy person.
We could call it, it's a lot like shashuka, except there's beans in it. We could call it Mexican shakshuka.
There you go. That sounds good to me.
All right, Horace is telling me that we did not make up a name for CT.
Oh. So, you need to tell us the last thing you ate and currently how you feel. An emotional word.
The last thing I ate was a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Okay.
And I feel elated.
An elated peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Yeah.
That's your name.
That's your name.
Amazing. Okay.
Welcome to the show.
Quarantine name. You're now officially a part of the HP Presents It's Friday family.
Now I understand.
All right. So now we move on to Horace's rapid fire questions.
So the way this segment works is we're gonna ask you questions and you just answer them immediately the first thing that comes to your head. Okay?
Yeah.
First question. What's your favorite flavor?
Apple.
Do you wear socks with sandals?
Never.
Do you like music?
No.
Favorite movie?
The Shining.
Favorite musical note?
C#.
Favorite spice?
Cumin. Ground cumin.
Do you feel uncomfortable watching sex scenes with your mom?
Yes.
Do you believe in aliens?
I do, yes.
What's your dream vacation?
Probably a trip to the mountains to a cabin, but by myself because I don't want to get sick.
Very responsible.
Favorite non-European city?
Philadelphia, baby.
Ooh, nice.
5 people that you wouldn't want to have over for dinner.
5 people?
Uh-huh.
No.
Well, I can't do this one instantly.
Yeah, go ahead. You can talk it out.
Well, they won't ever hear this, so I can say my Aunt Joanne, my uncle, what's his name? I forget his name. Uncle Jim, Jim's 2 daughters, and one more, Hillary Clinton, I guess.
Oh my God.
Very, very
Lock her out.
5 people you wouldn't let use your bathroom.
Whew, man, a lot of 5 people.
Right.
I can't just say the same ones, can I? It has to be
No.
It has to be novel.
You're
I mean,
Hillary
it's totally
Clinton.
different.
Yeah, well, Hillary Clinton makes any list. Good or bad, actually. She's very important to me. Probably anyone who I work with, or anyone who I want to respect me, frankly. So it's a longer list than 5, but you all are definitely on it.
Pick some celebrities.
Celebrities, okay. Who was in the Imagine video? None of them can count.
There's 34 of them.
Well, yeah, that's at least 5. The first 5 can't come. Gal Gadot definitely can.
Yeah. That's a good answer.
That is an excellent answer.
Great topical as well.
So, here's a really important question. What's better, picking out earwax or belly button lint?
Earwax, for sure.
Would you rather eat a meal off your own toilet or a meal off a sidewalk on a college campus?
I'm going to have to say the sidewalk on a college campus.
Good choice.
Especially this day and age.
What's your favorite egg?
Fried egg. Chicken egg. Fried.
Ooh, very good.
Favorite Russian?
Oh, the guy whose name he wrote The Master and Margarita. Bulgakov. I like Bulgakov best.
Excellent.
Favorite color?
Red.
Sunset or sunrise?
Sunset.
What would be your Harry Potter house?
I mean, anytime I've taken that quiz, and I've taken it multiple times, I've been Hufflepuff, so I'm Hufflepuff, baby.
And last but not least, what's your favorite mystical being?
I like gray aliens, you know, with like the big eyes and the like little mouths, like the classic alien.
Oh, cool.
Mythical, I think.
All right, that's it for rapid fire questioning. We're moving on to the game portion of this show. So for this CT, we're doing Horace Presents Mad Libs. So first we need you to give us a kind of baby animal,
Koala.
an article of clothing,
Undershirt.
a musical instrument,
Piccolo.
a verb,
Oh, jeez. I'll just say swam.
first and last name of one of our friends.
It's got to be Christopher Reber.
I kind of knew it was going to be that one.
Always
A mean thing to call somebody, like an insult or something mean you could call somebody, a noun.
I guess I like shithead.
A place in Lancaster County.
Denver, Pennsylvania.
A historical figure.
George Washington.
Right. A hobby.
Bird watching.
A verb with an ing ending.
Ooh, flatulating.
An electronic device.
Oh, microwave oven.
Noun, plural.
Grapefruits.
Type of exercise.
Lunges.
Minor celebrity.
Shia LaBeouf.
Almost there, everybody. A Broadway musical.
Cats.
I knew you were going to say that.
The only one I know.
A date.
On the calendar?
Yeah.
November 29th.
Body part.
Elbow.
A family member, like mom, dad, aunt, just like what you would call a family member. No one in particular.
Stepsister.
Great. All right. 1 minute. We'll see our Mad Lib. The CT origin story. We know you all love CT. He's the man who really cooks your baby koala and juices your undershirt, if you know what I mean. Maybe you think you know everything about CT. Maybe you can imagine him sitting by the piccolo every night, swimming his cat, reading the latest memoirs of Christopher Reber. But you don't know anything about CT, for you are a mere shithead. CT was forged in the fires of Denver, PA.
Okay.
But it wasn't a surprise. 7 years before he rose from the ashes of Denver, PA, his rise had been predicted by George Washington. Why did we ignore the prophecy? Why was humanity spending all of its time on bird watching and flatulating on their microwave ovens? The people of Denver, PA weren't prepared for all the grapefruits that would accompany the creation of CT. He made them reconsider all they knew. Why did they have to own so many animals? How could they spend more time lunging and reading the works of Shia LaBeouf? This was the world they lived in now. This was the world CT brought to them, along with 18 copies of bootleg VHS tapes of cats. From now on, the Denver PA celebrate November 29th, the CT Day. They celebrate the idea by patting each other on the elbow and paying their stepsister number dollars. I forgot to get the number. Yay!
I'm really surprised how close to the truth that actually was.
I know. I mean, it is the truth.
It is. Wow, it got me a little emotional.
The truth now.
So, CT, we are now moving into the art portion.
Okay.
I heard that you have face paints.
Yeah, I don't know how to use them exactly, but I do have some.
Rachel will show you.
Come in there.
It's not
Do they get dry, you think?
I think you just add some water to them.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Let me see what it looks like.
I love that they were watercolors originally because I'm, not very smart.
No.
Well, I saw them at a distance. Can you see this okay?
They look like watercolors.
I do.
Yeah, they're basically watercolor with different pigments.
What's the consistency of them like?
Pretty hard.
I think
Yeah,
so.
you got a little cup of water?
Yeah, and get a little cup of water and paper towel. All right. So, CT,
Yes.
in this moment of change, we're all cocooning into our homes, just dreaming of the day that we can just open up our wings and become the beautiful butterflies that we are. So, CT, today, I want to help you become your most beautiful butterfly.
Love it.
So I would like you to start off with the color purple. Okay, and I want you, let's see.
You could say like violet, but it's like a blue purple.
No, we'll work with what we have.
Yeah.
I want you to do 2 circles on your cheeks.
How big?
About like a silver dollar size.
Okay. So I'm using the camera for this. Look at that.
Oh, nice color.
Good this.
Really nice.
It's like a cyan.
Ooh,
Okay.
yeah.
And fill them in.
Fill them in? Okay. Okay.
Now change the color.
Mhm.
Is there do you have black?
Yeah, I do actually.
I want you to do little dots all around the blue.
Okay.
Now, have you done face paint before, CT?
No, you couldn't have guessed that, could you? Though, watching me face paint.
No, you're too natural.
You're pretty great at it. You know, I guess that wouldn't work. I was gonna say you could always, the job market, you could always start face painting, but you definitely have to be closer than 6 feet from someone.
The
Paint
face
their
paint. It's true.
It's mostly at large public gatherings that you do face painting,
Yeah.
like zoos.
You could do private. Nope, that sounds terrible. Private in-home face painting.
Still too close.
Yeah, too
Still
close.
too close.
You just need to get like a long-handled brush to do that.
Oh, yes.
A long brush.
I think you're onto something.
Now, CT, you don't have to wash the black off, because what we're going to do is create the shape of the butterfly wings on your head.
Okay.
So imagine it like 2 number 3s facing each other.
Yeah. Okay. And then this is in the center of the wing.
Yeah. So picture this.
Is this the top part of the wing, or is it the whole wing?
That's the middle part. So the top part should be like
Around my eyes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we're going to draw the antennas coming out of your eyebrows.
It makes you face up top.
Perfect.
Gotcha.
This is just like the recipe. I have no idea where it's going. Well, I kind of do. Ooh, look at that.
Very nice.
I love it.
And have you gone out for your bike ride today?
Yes, I've already gone out on my bike ride today.
I think maybe you should do the
They're
bigger
not
one.
great butterfly wings, but they are there.
I think it's great. Yeah, perfect.
It's beautiful. I think this might inspire you to take one more bike ride.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Feel the winds beating against the sky. Now, do you have yellow?
Yes.
Okay, now I want you to fill in the body from your eyebrow, your nose, down here, and then to your chin. That's what you're going to paint that yellow.
Whole thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Good check.
I think that even though it was an accident, the face paint was the best thing you could possibly.
Much better than like Sharpie markers.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Because that won't come off your face.
That's true.
Read a butterfly-inspired poem while CT does this.
That's
That'd be
beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah?
Please.
Come, my lady. Come, my lady. You're my butterfly. Sugar baby. Come, my lady. Come, my lady. You're my butterfly. Sugar baby. Such a sexy, pretty little thing. Fierce nipple pierce. You got me sprung with your tongue ring.
This is beautiful.
Come, my lady. Come, my lady. You're my butterfly. Sugar baby.
That's beautiful, Amy.
Thank you. Did you almost call me Peter?
Yes.
That's great.
That's
I
the
love
only other person I've talked to.
I love that you would get me confused with Peter.
You look like a Peter sometimes, so.
People have told me my dad looks like a Peter.
I can see that.
Be a Peter.
I can see that.
I love the name Peter.
Well, I hope you do.
Peter. This is looking great, CT.
Thank you.
I'm excited.
Very good. And remember to go down your chin.
Down my chin. Okay.
Good thing you shaved.
Yeah. Seriously.
That band's name was Crazy Town.
Yeah, that guy was on Celebrity Rehab. Speaking of celebrity gossip,
His name's Shifty Shell Shock. Is that what his name was?
I'm pretty sure he's no longer with us. But
Wait, his name is Shifty Shell Shock?
I think.
Didn't he realize you're supposed to do your name and the last thing you ate? Your emotion, the last thing you ate?
Okay, so how are we feeling?
This is good. You're filling in. That's good.
Okay.
So I think the next thing that we need is just like a little bit more fine tuning.
Sure.
I want you to take the black again and draw antlers.
Oh, sure, like feelers, kind of?
Yeah, the feelers. With the little ball at the end.
All right, I have some other butterfly poetry to read.
Love it.
Oh shoot, I'm frozen again.
Oh, there she is.
Beautiful.
Ooh.
Yes.
If there wasn't already that song, I would have been inspired to write it.
You're looking great. Now, I just want you to kind of take the black and go up a little bit like where your lips are and then fill out the outline because that's going to be your body. Does that make sense?
Oh,
So you want to kind of differentiate between the wings and the body.
where does the body start? On my nose or below my nose?
I think like the ridges, the edges, outside edges of your nose.
So like starting at the top of my nose here and going down?
Yeah,
Got it, okay.
perfect.
And where does the body end? Like where? Down here?
No, just like at the yeah, wherever your paint ends.
Ooh, this butterfly looks stacked.
So what kind of things were you doing at the gym before CT?
I was mostly just like using like the bike and the elliptical and stuff like that. Just like cardio stuff. I wasn't really
Getting your
lifting.
cardio in.
Yeah.
Oh, we have the poetry? Some more poetry?
Oh yeah.
Oh, hold on. Before you start, CT, while she's reading you the poem, could you just do some lines to kind of like delineate, like with your chin? Yeah, just like on either side, just to show that it's a Zoptic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Spread your wings and prepare to fly, CT, for you have become a butterfly. Oh, CT, fly bandedly into the sun, CT. If you should return to me, CT, we were truly meant to be, CT. So spread your wings and fly, butterfly, CT.
Thank you.
That was really beautiful.
And now,
You're a genius.
And now,
you're a beautiful butterfly, CT.
Thank you so much.
How do you feel with your new
I
look?
feel a lot better.
It helps you get through another week, doesn't it?
Yeah. I was elated before, but you should see me now.
Yeah, would you say that your name has changed at all?
I don't even know what's above elated.
Yeah, I can't.
Bop already.
you're just a butterfly.
Yeah.
Horace is telling me it's time to say goodbye, so we'll end this with our end of show ritual. We all will join hands.
That's beautiful. Well, everybody,
Yeah.
thank you so much for joining us. A special thanks to our guest, Christopher Thomas. Who's been
And we'll see you next week on It's Friday with special guest Shauna Annabelle.
awesome. Thanks, everybody.
Have a good weekend.
Maybe so.
Oh.